two kinds of careers. The first involves being stuck behind a desk while constantly being haunted by deadlines and a boss, all for an assured paycheck at the end of every month. The other lets you work from home and you can be your own boss, but with no income security. If you were brave enough to choose the latter, this is your lucky day. We've devised a plan to make your finances as solid as your buddy who is still chained to his desk. Now, while your income may not be regular, the bills will always turn up right on time. So the first step in your financial plan should be to build a contingency fund which you can dip into when your funds are running low.
For a salaried person, we suggest at least 3 months of expenses in contingency fund. And for a person who gets irregular income, it has to be only higher. It has to be at least 6 months of his regular expenses that he has to keep in a contingency fund.
Apart from a contingency fund, you will also need to make sure you have adequate insurance. You need health insurance for any medical emergencies you might face, and if you have a family dependent on you, you will need to buy life insurance.
I honestly believe the first thing that one should do is actually take out an insurance. Then you know for a fact that the premium that you need to pay, that's put aside. That is something that is an obligation that you know is going to happen. Anything over and above that is left, the wealth advisor will advise the person to actually start investing to build and grow your wealth.
Choose a single premium plan rather than a regular premium plan. Now, most of the life covers that we have, including term assurance, there are good plans available that you can just choose on a single premium basis. Now, what may happen is that you're constrained by the amount of single premium you can put aside at one point in time. So you can always layer it over the years. So for example, if today you can buy a single premium, suppose your need is 100 and you can afford only 70 right now. So buy the 70 today and buy 30 later on.
Once you've taken care of your insurance needs, you can now start investing. Make sure to start planning your annual investments early on in the financial year. An early start will allow you to plan exactly how much you need to save up over the year to make your investments. It will also give you the chance to plan your taxes well in advance so that you're not left scrambling to make your investments come March.
The earlier he gets his tax done, the better it is for him for the rest of the year. At least 50-60% of his estimated income, I think whatever is the tax that is due and whatever savings he can make for that tax, he should do it in the first quarter itself, so that the last quarter becomes rather easy for him.
You need to pick investments that allow you to pull out your money at a short notice. You never know when you may need the money, and if your investments are tied up, then they're not serving their purpose.
Anything from a liquid fund to an ultra short-term fund are the right products where a person should invest in. I think a lot of liquid funds and other options that are available, which are open-ended funds, so where he has the flexibility to invest at any point in time and kind of withdraw the money whenever he needs as well, with 1 day's notice or 2 days notice.
According to Value Research, the best short-term debt funds you can invest in are Canara Robeco Short-Term, UTI Short-Term Income, IDFC SSI Short-Term, and the Templeton India Short-Term Income. While liquidity is essential in your portfolio, it is important to keep an eye on your long-term goals as well. Liquid or debt investments can safeguard your money in the short term, but you need the more aggressive returns of an equity investment which will build up your retirement corpus.
We would typically then say, let's invest first and foremost into a debt instrument. Debt instrument, we know in 3 months' time, for example, or 6 months' time, we know what cash flow is going to come through. So then we use that cash flow, which is over and above what the person is enjoying currently. We use that process to actually start the investment mechanism and methodology.
In a systematic transfer plan, it basically starts off with a pot of lump sum money that you've got, and that is invested into typically a debt or a liquid fund. And from there, you give instructions to transfer a certain sum of money every month into a chosen equity fund, getting the benefit of gradually entering the market and spreading out your equity entry point.
Choose your equity funds carefully based on your risk appetite and your long-term financial needs. Remember that funds may initially lose value as a result of the volatility in the markets, so you need to stay invested through the lean period and track your funds on a regular basis.